then I'm walking around talking about money is so tight.
You would think we've been on the same page forever. That is not the case.
No. That was my moment. I was like, you know what? I make too much money to be this broke.
I knew I'd never come back to the States.
And where are you?
I'm coming back over here. I'm coming back over here. Welcome everybody, Dex and Randi here.
Hi.
Welcome to our channel, our series, Are You Worth a Dollar? Talking about bad things we did with money that as a result were not worth $1 at the end of the day. It's been things I'm purchased that I shouldn't have purchased, things that Randi's did. Just kind of going down memory lane a little bit. But you don't get into debt overnight. It happens gradually. So we just want to kind of talk about some of the things we've done that we won't do again. I'll start first.
Yeah, because you're the worst.
I think everybody gets tempted to get in credit card debt. I did it impulsively. Back when I was in school, before I went back to Bermuda, I got approved for some credit cards, like over $2,000. And I was like, wow, I'm getting back to Bermuda, so it don't matter. I just bought a whole bunch of like basketball cards, food, and like some clothes, and hopped on a plane and left. Didn't think of anything of it. I knew I'd never come back to the States.
And where are you?
I'm coming back over here. I'm coming back over here to be with her. That debt was still there. Like it was time for me to buy a car. My score was real bad because of these, something I bought that I couldn't even tell you where some of that stuff is. Just being young and dumb, seriously, thinking that it wouldn't impact me later was the wrong thing.
The decision that I made in my early 20s to buy a brand new car because I had a really, really good job and could afford the monthly payment. I don't think that was a good decision because my car payment was $535.
Wow.
That's a lot of money. And then I'm walking around talking about money is so tight.
Why did you really buy a new car?
That's the thing that you do. I felt like that at the time. You get a new job, get a nice ride. And at that time, Bluetooth wasn't really in the cars yet. So when I could connect my phone to that Bluetooth, man, everyone would get in my car and be like, oh wow, I've never seen this technology before. I'll be like, yeah. $535 at 20, I don't know, when did I get that car? I got in 2008.
What would you do now if you could go back, now that you know that was a bad move?
I would get a used car, 1 or 2 years old. Once you drive a new car off the lot, it depreciates.
I got another one. Sometimes you get in debt out of necessity. It could be debt that you incurred because you had to. You got to think about why that happened. So for me, there was a debt that I had to a pharmacy for like over $2,000. I had made some bad personal choices for a while. I found myself not actually having a job. I actually had some credit back in Bermuda, so I got this card for the pharmacy. So I could buy anything I wanted, some food, deodorant type stuff. So over a period of, maybe 3 months, I ran up that $2,000 bill. That was because I had put myself in a bad position. So that debt I took, I had to, but I didn't have to. It could be some personal decisions or mistakes that you make that could have you impacted financially when you shouldn't have had to. Do you want to talk about us?
Yes.
All right.
The people knocked on our door with the vacuum cleaner. I just had a baby. They knocked on the door, gave this wonderful presentation of, and when they left, I ended up financing a vacuum cleaner.
How much was the vacuum?
Like $2,000.
You're gonna think these people are crazy.
They played on every single emotion.
I'm gonna tell this story the way I remember it. First, I was 27, my first paternal child, I guess you call it, right? Biological.
Yeah,
oh my gosh, thank you. My son was born. I don't even think he was like a year old. So the first lesson, if somebody's trying to sell you something, don't let them in your house thinking you're just gonna listen to him and send them in. But anyway, I let him in the house to present on this vacuum. And he does this presentation where he pours all this like sand and dirt on the carpet, right? And he's like, you got your vacuum? You think your vacuum's great? I'm gonna use your vacuum for 3 minutes. We sit here and watch this guy vacuum for 3 minutes. And we look at it and he's like, so you think it's clean? I say, yeah, it looks great. And then he takes his vacuum and vacuums it for not even 30 seconds. And he opens his thing and it's all this dirt. Then he says something to me that I'll never forget. What if your son was breathing that?
And that's it.
I was instantly like, I
have
to like save my son's life. We end up with this debt on a vacuum. Soon as we get it, just like a car, it ain't worth what you paid for it. You go online, the list of people that's trying to sell these things is super long. And then the last thing is not one person in my house besides me could even carry the thing.
It was
so
so heavy.
And then we ended up selling it, but
For like
I picked
30
it up
bucks.
for like $30. And we just ate the debt. It was that emotional thing of like my son and that demonstration they did. You'll consistently see with debt, any type of debt, all of these come with a monthly payment that we all thought at one point in time made sense. Let me talk real quick about the truck, because I still own the truck. So that's why. Here it is, it's my birthday, and I'm driving down the hill, and the car that I had at the time had brakes problems, but I would ignore it and say it's no problem. So I'm going down the hill on my birthday, I'm going towards a car that's at a stoplight. I go to use my brakes, no response, I slam into the car, call Randy, we instantly like, now it's time for the car to go. We have another son now, so we're like, we need a truck or like a van. Well, I'm not buying a van. I'm at least 20 years away from buying a van. So we bought this black SUV. First off, it's an American car. The repairs for it are so expensive. The payment is like
a lot.
$600.
It's more than 600.
Now the best thing we could ever do is try to pay it off fast so it could be worth something, because selling it is at a big loss, just like most cars.
Here's the thing that makes it even worse though. When we got rid of the car, we were upside down. So we owed more on the car than the car was worth. So we took that debt and rolled it into another one.
Yeah, the other one we would have had to owe money. So instead of owing money, we said we'd just put it in another debt. So now we owe more money.
So part of our debt snowball, we had a Macy's card, we had TJ Maxx.
I would say the reason we got in this debt was not even like status, but just feeling like you have to portray yourself a certain kind of way, even if you can't afford it. Every time I want to go on vacation, whether I'm going back to Bermuda or whether I'm going somewhere else, I want to go fresh, right? I want new clothes, new shoes. And we just bought a whole bunch of stuff on credit card. 4 months later,
and you're still
that experience is over,
and
you're paying for clothes that is not even that season anymore.
These are things that kept us from being worth $1.
A $50 vacuum is quite fine.
Comment and let us know some of the decisions that you've made as far as incurring debt.
Make sure you share our video. We'll have more content coming.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
Bye. Peace.